Your phone then?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm here with Rachel today. I'm going to wait for you all to hop on before we get started. But I do want to let you know that if you comment link to this reel that I share when I share it, you will get all of the links in a very easy list to look at. So everyone's joining now. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Excited for you guys to hop on today. We are going to be talking about the things I use every single day in the kitchen, mostly like wellnessy type stuff. Tea. I'm going to talk about a couple of my dishes I use every day just because we're here. But I'm excited to go through all of this with you. If you're just hopping on, since everyone's hopping on, I'll say it one more time. We are talking through all of the kitchen things I use every single day. And we're going to be sending a link out with everything so you can see it all and look at it if it's good for your family. You're easy to grab it. It's all going to be on Amazon. And then I also have all of my tea stuff that I'm going to be talking about a little bit. I've never done that before. So I'm excited to talk to you guys. Thank you for joining. Oh, you like my outfit? Okay, so my husband was laughing at my outfit this morning. Thanks, Dave. Because it's kind of like, I don't know, poofy. But anyway, it's very warm. Pants are wool and so comfortable. So thank you. But Rachel is here today and she is helping me respond to your comments, and she's also going to be sending out the link either during or after. We're trying to figure that out. So if she's able to send it out during, we will. Otherwise, we'll just send it to you at the end. We're going to share this whole live. It's going to be about 20 minutes if I don't talk too much. And you'll be able to get the link and shop everything. So someone's asking where I'm from. I am in America, Missouri, Midwest of America. Okay, so thank you for joining, and let's get started. Let me see. I'm got to see what I'm going to start off with first. I'm going to start off with a couple of the wellness things that we use every single day. These are what work for our family, and so if you have questions too, please feel free to send those. Rachel will read them off if I can get to them. But okay, so a couple of things. The snacks that I enjoy every single day, I'm kind of a boring snack person, are the Chomps. I've talked to you guys about these before. I did a little deal with them last month. There was like 20% off. They're still a good deal on Amazon if you need to get these. I have these in my purse all the time or in the car. You're not getting sound. Can everyone else hear me? Can you? Oh, you don't know if you can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Okay, so maybe just you have the volume off on your actual phone. Okay, so Chomps are great. These have 10 grams of protein. My trainer recommends these. They are, my kid, okay, thank you so much. You can hear me. So my husband has these in his car for work. The kids eat these. They have them in a smaller form, which is nice too, so that if you don't want the whole thing. But this is our snack. Instead of eating like a really sugary granola bar or even a really sugary protein bar, we are going with the beef sticks. So we also have gum in our purse so that we don't smell like meat after. But I was literally eating a beef stick during Bible study yesterday morning. So this is like a mainstay in our house. We always have those, and they're gone as soon as I bring them in the house. Someone said they're a great price at Costco, which they are. So if you have a Costco that you're a member of, they're a great price there. The Amazon price is very comparable. Okay. And again, we'll be sending all these links out at the end, and Rachel's trying to hop on there now to help you too. Okay. Oh, good. You've got sound now. Good job. Okay. All right. So the other thing and this is not the same brand that I have in my Amazon list. I actually have the brand from Costco in my Amazon list. They had it. It was a really good price for how large the bag was that we're going to be sending out to you. This is dried mango. I do get the ones that have a little bit of sugar on them because I use this as my sweet treat. So this is not my fruit for the day. This is it's 3:00 and I want to have a treat. Or it's 9:30 at night and I want to have a treat. I'm having one slice of this instead of having a bunch of sugar. And then I also have my de-bloat tea, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. And that gets me over that sugar hump. I definitely have sugar, have it sometimes on the weekends or whatever. But if I am trying to keep my sugar low, this is my friend. So I have this all the time. I'll even if I'm going on a work trip, I love bringing a bag of dried mangoes with me because it just helps me from not grabbing like the Sour Patch Kids or something I want to eat in the airplane. Okay, so those are those two. Let me chop over to protein. We cannot have whey in our protein in our house, and I cannot have mushrooms. I know it sounds ridiculous, but Dave is sensitive to whey and I am sensitive to mushrooms. So we're very specific in our protein. I should be drinking this more often. Dave drinks it about once a day. I am having, and we've been trying to stop Orgain because they have a lot of additives. And so this is the Flav City. I've shared this on Instagram before. This is the Flav City vegan version protein. It is chocolate and peanut butter. Dave enjoys this one. I actually like this one a lot too, but it has mushrooms in it. It has like a reishi and what the other word is I can't say. But it tastes really good, and it has, let's see, 20 grams of protein. So this is, my trainer asks me or recommends that I do like 2 eggs, a piece of toast, and this for breakfast. I cannot tell you that I always do that, but I will have one for like a snack in between, or if I'm running to get the kids, I will have a protein shake with a half of a frozen banana in it, and that's really delicious. So this is the protein that I have because I can't do whey or mushrooms. And it was really hard to find one that didn't have either. If you can do whey, I highly recommend Ballerina Farms protein. I love her protein. It is delicious and really healthy, probably even better than either of these. But she has she has whey in it, and I can't do that. So, and colostrum. So anyway, so this is Earth Chimp. They have no added sugar, blah, blah, blah. Same 20 grams of protein. There is no mushrooms. There are no mushrooms in this, and it's vegan. So healthy, really good product. Like I said, I do half of a frozen banana and a little bit of ice, and then I'll do, actually I will have, for whatever reason, I can handle like a half a cup of milk. I just can't do the whey. I don't know. I'm sure there's some reason for it. So that's the 2 proteins that we like. I always get chocolate. I don't like vanilla for some reason. To me, it tastes very chalky. But I'm sure either of those would be good. So those are like our snacks. Oh, let me add one more. We don't do this every day, especially in the winter time, because we're not sweating as much and we are eating more salty food. But in the spring and summer and fall, we are always using the Relight. This is an alternative to Gatorade. It has the Redmond's real salt in it, and it has electrolytes. I do half of what they recommend. Thank you, Ellie, you're so sweet. I do half of what they recommend because it's just really strong to me. And then I put a lemon in it. It's so good. You could put this in seltzer too. I like doing that. So it's just a powder. This one's watermelon. I've had watermelon and mango, and it's really good. My kids, I make my kids drink this too, but it's just a powder, very simple. And it says, essential electrolytes, no junk, but it has, I'm trying to think if there's anything in here that you would need to know about. It does have stevia, so you need to be okay with that, but we like this a lot. You can even make it into like ice pops in the summertime, but this is our Gatorade alternative. We had stopped doing Gatorade and started doing this because of all the dye and just tons of extra sugar with not a lot of electrolytes per cup. Okay, I think that's it. Is there any questions on those that you think I need to answer?
Just a couple questions about your cabinets.
Oh, my cabinets? Mm-hmm. Okay,
what's kitchen? And any kitchen organization.
Ooh, you're the wrong person to ask for that. I am not the most organized person. I'm very creative, and it comes out in literally every way of my life. And so I feel like creative people are not very organized. They go with like a flow. That's me. So I'm trying to be better at that this year. But as far as my cabinets go, yes, they are very beautiful. Just don't look inside them. We actually had these repainted. They were a very yellowy cream when we moved in. And we had them done by a professional painter. He used a very specific process that I was okay with going with. We had them painted by a professional painter, our cabinets painted in our last house by a painter, and he did a fine job, but they chipped very easily. These, we have like one chip on our most used cabinet, and it's we've had them for 4 years. They're beautiful. They look like they've been done by, like they came stock. They are absolutely amazing. I don't know the process. If you would like to know the process, you're welcome to message me on my main, not here, but because I'll lose these messages, but on my main one, and I can reach out to the painter and ask specifically what he did. I know he sprayed them, and I know he did several coats of different like lacquers at the end. So, but the color is White Dove by Benjamin Moore, and it's the most soft white that looks sometimes, it looks a little creamy right now because of the color of the sun, how it's setting or how it's going over the field, but it often will just be like a warm white. Anyway, any other kitchen questions? No. As far as organizing goes, I really can't tell you that I have anything. I kind of just throw it all in. So, okay. Okay, so let's talk about these. These are my two favorites here. Someone had a question about this, so I wanted to show you how to put the weck jar together. But I've shared these several times. I bought these I think last summer to store my teas in because the pictures, I was having a hard time. Like I really try. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to show you some plastic stuff we use. So whatever. But I try not to use plastic as often as possible, especially for storing things. So this is a glass ball jar, simple. It's $30 for 3 of them, so good deal. I store my teas in here. I store broths. If I have extra soup, store this. And it's so nice because it's skinnier than like a large bowl, so you can freeze them really well. And you could put dry stuff in here, whatever. It's really great. Top is easy to close. So I love these. We came in a set of 3. I actually just broke one, so I probably need to get another one. But we use all 3 of them all the time. But love these, even for like sun tea is really fun. But I've noticed I make iced tea all summer and winter, and it's hard to get, like I was covering it with foil or the tea would smell like the fridge. And so I wanted something that had a good top and didn't have that extra handle so that you can, have more storage in your fridge. So this is really nice for that. And it thaws out easily too. So, okay, so that's that jar, that's in the link. And then I wanted to show you these. Some people have had questions about these weck jars. My child put the top on without the rubber thing. So I'm going to show you this. This is essentially the same thing as the ball jar in that it's all glass food storage. This is our homemade hot chocolate that we make and the kids enjoy. But I like it for storing smaller things. Like if I'm making a small batch of my detox green tea, I'll store it in here. Or if we have, I don't know, like smaller amount of soup or whatever it is, it's nice. I actually drink out of these a lot too because it's glass instead of drinking out of plastic. I don't like, I'm weird. I'm just going to make myself sound like crazy on here, but I don't like drinking out of aluminum either. And so I like to drink out of glass or ceramic, not ceramic. Is that it? Porcelain? Ceramic? Ceramic.
Yeah.
Okay. I like drinking out of ceramic or glass. So I'll drink out of these during the day. But all you do, I'm going to try to do this without it being on the counter. Let me see if I can. Okay. You can still see me. Okay, so all you do is literally put the rubber part right on top. It's very simple. And then you just put your lid on here. So it's very similar to what this ball jar has. It's just already done for you. Why I like this is because you can use it for other things without needing all of that contraption hanging off the side. And then you just clamp it down with these little clamps. I'll show you up close. It's very simple. I actually found these when I was in Florida with Farm to Skin. They were using these for tea, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So it's very simple. It takes the same amount of time as clamping this. You can clean it easier. So I like these a lot, especially for the smaller ones. A lot of people use these for sourdough. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to move into my plastic section. So forget everything I just said about glass. But these are, this is the chopper I use in like almost all my videos. Someone had told me you should switch up how you're chopping things so that you can sell more like different types of tools. And I realized that I just really love this one. So if you wanted to buy it, great. And if you're sick of me trying it or showing it, well then, I'm sorry. This is like the best thing. So It comes in 3 little pieces. I am definitely a less is more person, so I don't have a ton of, I don't think I have a ton of kitchen gadgets, but this is one of the ones that I just really, really enjoy using. It's a little bowl. You stick your, chopper thingy in there, and then you just stick this right on the top, and it will go in. I use this for peppers, onions, specifically for onions. That's when you see me using that on Instagram, 99% of the time it's for the onions. And it's because it doesn't make my eyes cry when it's in here. I wouldn't say it's necessarily that much faster because you obviously have to clean 3 parts, but you're not tearing up and it's a much more enjoyable experience. So, and then you just pull it. So you can make it as small as you want based on how much you pull. I do garlic in here so my fingers don't get all stinky. Even if it's just like 2 or 3 cloves, you can still get that done in here. That's pretty much what I use it for. But I use it almost every day. Soups, literally anything. Salsas. I'm using this. So you're bundled up watching from Greenwich. I know it is cold here too. It is, what is it today? 20 something below what it should be. It's cold. Okay. This is my most requested item on Instagram, and I will tell you that hopefully someday these will have Tello and Rose on the bottom of them. But for now, we do not have a similar bowl. You can find similar bowls at Walmart from the Pioneer Woman. You can find similar ones on Amazon. The only ones I've been able to find will be in this link. These are the best bowls. There is nothing prettier than these, and I cannot find them anywhere. So I'm really sorry, but I'm hoping to produce them for you someday. However, the ones on Amazon I have purchased for many people as gifts, like my mom, my mother-in-law, some like friends if we've stayed at their house, and they all come with lids. Mine are these are like, oh gosh, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old now, and so I use them mostly for, no, that's not true. I use them all the time. I dunk my face in them. I use them for chip bowls when we have people over, whatever. I'm trying to like savor them now because I can't find them anywhere. But they have a no skid bottom. So the one on Amazon also have a no skid bottom. There are, I believe, 4 in the set on Amazon, maybe 5, and they all have lids. So these are amazing. These are plastic. They're melamine. I do not store anything like fatty, like a soup or a red sauce in these because I don't want it penetrating that plastic. We do, like if I have a pasta salad, I might do that in here. I try not to, but I might just because of that oil and stuff. This is more for like a dry ingredient thing or mixing bowl is what I use this for, just so that it's not penetrating through like the vinegar and stuff like that. But we love these. So yeah, so someone just said the ones on Amazon are only white on the inside without the details, unfortunately. And that's true. I have not been able, if you find them, please let me know. But I have not been able to find any on the internet with details on the inside. I'm sure there must be a reason for that. Sam's Club does still sell this bowl set with other colors. They do not do this one. And so hopefully Tello and Rose will someday. But it's still really great, even if it's not as pretty. The ones on Amazon are great. My mom uses them all the time. I got them for her and she likes those a lot. Okay, moving on. This is another plastic item, so forget my glass statement. We use these, I'm going to show you both the place that we use all the time. So we use these, can you see my organization skills here? My children unload the dishwasher, so I can't, it's just kind of is what it is. These are the plates that we use every single day. These are from Mikasa. They do not get the scratch marks like a standard inexpensive plate would. These are bone china. I was very worried when I purchased these that my children would chip them. I think we've only had maybe 1 chip from a bowl. We use the bowls, 10 times a day. So they are a really great product. They're a good price. Very classic looking, so you can even use these for like a nicer occasion with a nice charger. I love these. They are the trellis white. They are dishwasher and microwave safe. We use these everywhere. My favorite part of the set, and they don't have this available except if you buy them separately, and for some reason they were kind of expensive. I don't know why, but this is literally my favorite part of the set is these little bowls. We use these for fruit salad. We use them for yogurt. It's a great portion size. If we use our soup bowls, they're a lot bigger, and so sometimes we're getting too much food and then maybe wasting it. So I like these for really small things. I do this for dips all the time. So the fruit bowls will also be included on the list, but they'll be separate. So I think it's a 4-piece set. It's salad, dinner, soup, and mug with this, and then you have to purchase these separately. But these are the little fruit salad bowl is really worth it. You guys see me use these in the videos all the time. I absolutely love these, and they have not chipped either, so it's still the same thing. Bone china. I love mine. I have seen some like replacement parts at Hobby Lobby, or no, sorry, Home Goods. At Home Goods, so you might be able to find some sets there, but I would highly recommend this, especially if you have children and you want to still have nice dishes, but you don't want to spend a ton of money. This is a really great alternative, and they're light too. So a lot of the pretty dishes I was looking at were more heavy. I like the stoneware stuff, but they're just going to chip if they're too heavy. So this is really good. We've had those for at least 5 or 6 years now, and haven't had to replace any of them. I think we've broken maybe 1 or 2. Okay, let me go back to the plastic really quick. This is, I bought this plate at the same time as I bought the bowls, so this is good amount in age too. I found a very similar one on Amazon that has a really pretty speckled salad plate, splatterware salad plate. It's so pretty. I hope they sell them separately because I kind of want to buy those. We got the salad plates for these two. They were actually this same print. Those went out way faster. We had to throw those out probably 3 or 4 years after we had them, but the plates have been going strong. We use these for when we go out to the pool. If we have younger children over that we don't, like the parents are worried about them dropping something, they can still have this nice, pretty looking plate and not be worried about it. So we don't use very many paper products in our house. I just don't know why. We just don't. But I prefer just to use what we already have and we've already spent money on instead of wasting money on that stuff. So anyway, so we have these, yes, they're plastic, so don't use them with hot things or whatever, but these are great. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing over here, and then we're going to move to the other side, and I'm going to talk to you about my tea, and then we'll be done. How am I doing on time? Good? Okay. All right, this is, I put my 2 most used cooking, Le Creuset cooking Dutch ovens on this list. This is the brazier. I use this, between this and the Dutch oven from Le Creuset, I use every single day. People ask me about the sizes of them all the time. I really do need to do a reel on that, like, this size used for this size for, because I feel like people are always trying to figure that out. It's kind of hard to tell you what size because I don't know your eating habits. I don't know what size family you are. This is the original size. This is what is linked on Amazon. This is the best. I have 2 of these because that's how much I love them. And then after I got the second one, I realized that they had a bigger size. So I do wish I had one of the regular and one of the big. But sometimes I use both of them at the same time. And, I'm still using my Dutch oven as well. These are wonderful. You can make, I know there's a science behind it. I would love to learn from Le Creuset, or I probably just need to watch a video or something. I don't know why these make food so much better, but they truly do. The moisture, the way that they can make the flavor better, I can always tell if I am making something in a Dutch oven. So anyway, so this is the brazier. I do fried chicken in this. I do eggs in this. I do cornbread. I'll take my cornbread out of the oven and immediately put the top on so that it keeps all that moisture in. It makes it really soft. It's so good. You can do, oh my gosh, literally anything. Casseroles in here. You can even store it in your fridge if you have enough room in this because the lid is nice and sealed on there. So this is my favorite kitchen pot that I have. And then I also have the Dutch oven, which I didn't bring over because I have several different, I think I have every single size of the Le Creuset Dutch oven now. I have from the smallest all the way up to the largest. And that's just because those are like what I always ask for Christmas. I love every size for different things. So the smallest one I use for small sauces, like if I'm making a caramel or something like that. The largest one I use for batch cooking, or if we're serving small group and we're doing a chili, I use the really big one for that. The standard size one I use is the 5 to 6 serving. That's what I use for our family. However, I'm having to go, actually the 3 to 4, the 3 to 4 serving is what I used to use, and now I'm having to use my much larger one more often. So it's the second largest one, because my kids are getting older and we just need more food. So I prefer, for whatever reason, I prefer the circle over the oval. I have 2 ovals and the rest, I think the other 3 or 4 are circles. I feel like the circles cook better because it's, easier around the heat versus oblong. But the ovals are much more helpful to store and to keep in the fridge because it obviously takes a little bit less space. So you can't go wrong. Le Creuset is amazing. We cook almost everything in a Dutch oven, except for if it really needs to have that crust from either a cast iron skillet, or a lot of times my children, when they're cooking, I have them use actually I think I might have put this in the list. Where is it? This is going to be embarrassing. It's so good. I'll show you this one. It's a little bit less sturdy. This is our maiden pan. My children cook eggs for themselves every day after they come home from school, because they go down, get the eggs from the chickens, and then come up and make their afternoon snack. So this is a maiden pan. We use these all the time. So if the kids are cooking, especially, I'll have them make it in these because they're lighter. And so I'm not worried about them dropping the Le Creuset on their poor little feet. So these are wonderful. I have this in their saucepans and in their frying pans. And I just have a standard set from Maiden. So I think I put that in there. If you're needing some, you can definitely get this off. I just need to do that. So my children are extremely helpful at putting things away, but we don't always get them in the right spot. So, all right, we're going to go over to the tea, and then we'll be done. We're going to talk about a little bit more than tea, but this is primarily a geek tea time, so get ready. I'll walk you over there. I'm going to bring my tea with me. Is there anything I need to answer while I'm...
Not so far.
Here's Rachel. Say hi, Rachel.
Hi, guys.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, someone is saying, has the maiden pan held up well with high heat use, no warping? I have not had any warping. They're very thick. They were actually made, I need to know more about this, I need to brush up on this, but the guy who created them, I think he created them with his wife. I think he was a professional chef, and so he knew what he was looking for. He wanted a nice looking pan that could still hold its weight and do really well. It's a good weight, I would say. It's not very thin. So when I said it's lighter, the Le Creusets are very heavy, and my 7-year-old, I don't want him, dropping those on the floor and marking up the floor. The maiden pans are a good weight, but they're not going to, break his toe. So that's the difference if we're gauging here. Let's see. So yeah, somebody else said there's no warping. I have not had any issues with it warping. We've been using them for about 6 months now. My dishes I had before were from before we got married, or my pans. They were 14 years old. So we got some new ones in the fall. Okay, let's see. Where can I find them? So I'm going to show you, the maiden pans are also on this Amazon link. So Rachel we'll get that out to you. They are great. You guys are all answering or talking about that. Yes, we love those. And they are in the link as well. Were you going to say something, Rachel?
Oh, a question about what's in your mug right now, the copper.
Oh, okay. This is so I drink almost all of the tea that I drink every day is a loose leaf, and so I put it in these little tea strainers. So I have a bunch of tea in there, and it's just sitting in my cup and straining. I should take it out, but I just haven't yet. So that's what that is. I'm actually going to talk about that in a second. Let me grab my other strainer. 1 second.
Hillary, someone asked, how old are the kids so they can make their own eggs by themselves?
My 9-year-old just started consistently doing it. So I would say 9 is kind of when they started. They could definitely do it earlier, but I would have to watch more. I trust my 9-year-old to come home and make her eggs, and I might be outside on the phone or talking to a neighbor. I'm not worried about it. So I would say we probably started teaching her when she was 8 or maybe even 7 to like stir them up. My girls are very well versed in the kitchen. They've been chopping and cooking since they were probably 6-ish, maybe even earlier, especially my oldest. My oldest can make cookies all by herself and breads. She can make, my 9-year-old can make her own mac and cheese and eggs. They can use the oven. I'm teaching my 9-year-old how to use the oven well, but she knows what to do. My 11, almost 12-year-old can literally run your house for you. She's amazing. So, yeah, we just teach independence early if they want to eat. When it's not time to eat, they can make their own. Okay, so I wanted to show you this other strainer. This is my favorite type of strainer. I put one in the Amazon link as well. You can get these at like World Market, lots of different places. I prefer this over this guy. I don't know why. I probably should have a reason. I just, for some reason, like how the tea brews when it's in this type of strainer versus this one. I will tell you up front before I start talking about the tea that I am a huge tea snob. So I do not drink coffee. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. I have had like a coffee colada, which I don't think counts. But I don't drink coffee. I just don't care for it. And I've been drinking tea since I was like 5. My mom, when we would watch Pride and Prejudice, my mom would make me tea. So I feel like I have a pretty good handle on like understanding of tea, but there's still so many. I like read books about tea. I'm a weirdo. So just keep that in mind when we start talking about tea, because I'm going to geek out for a few minutes. But in college, I went to school in Rhode Island, and one of the places I used to hang out with friends was right near Brown University. And Brown and RISD had some friends from there, and so we'd all hang out on this really cool street, and it had really cool, like all different types of foods, and they had this tea shop that had tea from all over the world based on like where it was from. There was like, I don't know, probably 100, and so I kept the menu and would like knock off one as I went and go through them all. So that's like the level here. So anyway, there's wine snobs, I'm a tea snob. Okay, so with that in mind, here are the best things that you can have for your tea. Okay, number one question that I'm always asked, did we find any of those types of cups or no?
I did add a couple,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm always asked about my mugs. These are from Neiman Marcus. They are absolutely beautiful. They came in a set of 12. They are currently sold out. Again, maybe they'll have Tello and Rose on the bottom again someday. But we did try to find some similar ones for you. So those are also in the Amazon link. I like to drink out of pretty big mugs. I just feel like it makes my day better. I enjoy picking which print I want for the day. So anyway, so we did put some of those on there, but they're from Neiman Marcus, and again, not a replica. I've had those for a long time too. So this is my tea area / coffee. Dave drinks coffee. This is the one part of the kitchen that we completely built in, and we had it match the rest of the kitchen. I wanted a spot that I've talked about this a little bit online, but I wanted a spot that reminded me of my grandmother's kitchen. My grandmother is an amazing cook. She is now in a nursing home, and she had this beautiful little white kitchen in her apartment that was a U shape, and all the cabinets around were all glass, and then she had a wood countertop and I think black bottom. And so my kitchen's actually similar to the color scheme, at least. And so we've got the wood top here and all the glass cabinets. They were relatively organized, but I would say they were like this. My mom has a china cabinet in my other grandmother's house that my mom's living in right now, and she does the same thing. It's just a bunch of her favorite things all put in there. When I first built this, I was like, oh, I think everything needs to be organized and pretty, and then I realized that I just really enjoy seeing like my favorite things all the time, so it's just a big hodgepodge of all my favorite things. So obviously my Patriot little guy is over here. You guys have seen him in videos. And this is my Polish pottery that I have, that I've been collecting. It's the star print. I've got some Le Creuset up there. I've got some Mackenzie Childs. I have all my mugs and pretty plates and for desserts and stuff like that. So it's just all the things that I enjoy, and I can sit down and see them, and it makes me feel like home. So that's just the decorating style that I prefer. Some people would prefer this to be either closed off or all white. I don't mind. Anyway, so I'm going to show you everything here. I actually did put in I think 1, maybe 2 cookbooks in that list. I can't remember how many. What, were there more than 1? Do you remember? 3? Okay. Could you tell me what? I know Marcella Hazan is in there. Oh, Taste of Home. I think I put a Taste of Home in there. Okay, so this, before we get to the tea, this cookbook is my favorite cookbook of all time. Marcella Hazan wrote the Bible of Italian cooking, is what many people like to say. I prefer this cookbook because she tells you why Italians only had oil on their salad back in the day and why they would put certain things in a certain way. It's more of a book, I would say, than a cookbook specifically, but she has a tons of recipes in here. She's written 2 cookbooks, I believe. This is the first one. Yes, I will be saving this. Yes, it is Polish pottery. Yes, I will be saving this and sending out the link to anyone who comments. I think we'll say comment link on the live, and then you'll get all the links. But yes, she wrote this beautiful book. She describes how to cook Italian food in the beginning, like the proper way to, roll your pasta and all of that. And then she has recipes in the back. They are all simple. I feel like I wish I could have met her. I feel like she just embodied real food in the way that people should experience it, the way that, oh no, now they're all commenting link. Yeah. Do you want me to tell them the weight?
Yeah, I can try to send it as replies to them, but it's better to wait until it's saved to your page.
Okay, so hold on, stop saying link. Rachel is going to try to get back to some of you on here, but if you can wait until we share this, once I'm done in about 10 minutes, we're going to share it to my Instagram, and if you comment link then, you will get the link. As of right now, we have to do it manually, and we're also like trying to respond to stuff at the same time, so you might not get it right now. So if you wait in like 10 minutes and comment, you'll get the full list, okay? And literally everything, she said, we're all so excited. You guys are so sweet. Everything that I'm talking about today is in this list. There's like 30 things or something like that. So it's all my favorites, like I said. So everything will be in there. So don't worry, you're not missing out. Just wait a few minutes and you'll see it. Okay, so Marcella Hazan cookbook, favorite cookbook I've ever had. I actually stole this from my mother. My poor mother got like this beautiful set of all clad dishes from my father, and the book came with it. And I was so excited. I read through the cookbook all Christmas break when I was like 20 something, and when I was leaving, I gave her back the cookbook, and then the next morning she gave me the cookbook and she said, you can keep it. And it was so sweet because she knew I was just like so excited about it because it's so authentic. And so anyway, so this has been a treasure for me. I just love this thing. Simple, easy, like kitchen life is where I think it's at. Okay, so that's in there. There's a Taste of Home cookbook in there. Was there something else that you remembered?
Yeah, you got Taste of Home and the 2.
Oh, Ina Garten. Yeah. I put 2 Ina Garten cookbooks in there. I think I have every single one of her cookbooks. I don't necessarily know that I look at them all the time. like to make off of, but what I really love is just ideas for recipes. So if I'm going to plan a party, I can go in there and like look at her entertaining cookbook or foolproof cookbook, whatever. So those are in there too. And literally any of her cookbooks are good. Okay, let's talk about tea because I'm babbling. Is there something else?
No, good so far.
Okay. Okay, this is my most used item. Oh, I forgot to talk about could you go grab the cups? I wanted to talk about those too. Those plastic glass, yes. Okay, I'm going to show you one other thing from over there in a second. But this is my most used kitchen item. I use this probably 3 times a day. You guys know I drink tea all the time. And when I'm not drinking tea, I'm drinking warm water because it's better for your body. And so this is the KitchenAid, Cuisinart. Actually, I think I have the wrong one tonight. I know that. Cuisinart is it the right one?
You have Cuisinart.
Okay, so we're good. It has all of the temperatures. You brew green tea at 175, and it even says on there too, which is nice. So you don't have to remember, what tea am I having? What temperature is it? It has it all on here. This is the only one I could find that did not have plastic all throughout the inside. Most of them do. So if you're really worried about that, you should probably use a tea kettle. But I wanted to make sure if you brew your tea at the wrong temperature, you will burn the leaves and they will not taste good. So if you've ever had green tea and you hated it, chances are you probably got a bad green tea and you brewed it at the wrong temperature because it needs to be at 175. Otherwise you're burning the green tea. So this is very interesting. All tea leaves are basically the same. It's without the flavors. It's just when they're picked and where they're grown. And so green tea is black tea, but it's picked before it becomes, is older and is more bitter. So anyway, if you want to talk about green tea, please hit me up because I have lots of things to say about it. But the 175 is what you should be brewing it at. If I'm just making tea or like a hot water, I'll do it at 160 and drink that like with lemon. If I'm making iced tea, I do it to boiling. So this is wonderful. We use this a million times a day, literally. Best product. And I've had it one of mine broke when we moved, so I bought this new one, or maybe even, I don't know. I've had that one like 7 years. And before I had the same one, I just like I think I broke the bottom of it on accident when I was moving. So anyway, great thing. Okay, so next thing for teas, I'll show you these two. I drink this one consistently every day. This is not organic, so I probably should look into that, but it is certified authentic green tea. It is from the People's Republic of China. It is jasmine, and they did not add any fragrances to it, which a lot of jasmine will do. It is delicious. It is just true tea the way it's intended, and it's a good price. So I drink this every single day. In the morning for the most part. Sometimes I'll do a black tea, especially in the winter with milk, but this is my favorite tea of all time. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else. It's all in Chinese, so that's how you know it's good. That's my favorite, and that's on the list. And then this is the detox tea I've been telling you about. So this became popular, from the Kardashians, I guess. This is made in France. It's a mate, and then it also has some other flavors in there. You can see it here. It smells like lemon. It tastes very lemony. This one is organic, and I do not add honey or sugar or anything to any of my teas. I just drink them straight, except for sometimes if I'm drinking hot water with a lemon, I'll add some honey to it, but when I'm drinking tea, I just drink it straight. So I used to add sugar, but I just stopped. Anyway, I try to keep my palate for sugar as low as possible because I love sugar. So the less I have of it in different things that I'm accustomed to, the better. Anyway, okay, so it's Cosme tea. It tastes good. I prefer the other one for sure, but this is a great, if you're trying to detox or if you just want to switch it up, this is a good one. I'm not exactly sure why this is detox versus another type of green tea. Honestly, I think It's just that green tea is really good for detoxing, and also lemon, and so that's why they called it that. But Joan is asking if we can link products. Yes, Joan, everything will be in a full, like you'll have one link and it'll send you to a list of all of the products I'm talking about. There's like 30 of them. So you'll get all those in a few minutes. Okay, next up, to save money on, because I'm a tea snob, I don't like drinking tea out often unless there's very specific spots. So we use the paper cups. Actually, I forgot to put these on the list, and I forgot to put this on the list. Paper cups, Dave bought these. They are not coated as far as I know. So we use these a lot to save money. Everybody does, but anyway, I just wanted to give that little tip. I'll brew my tea, throw it in there, and then go out the door. This is something I really enjoy. I just wish that it was bigger, because I like to have a little bit. This is like almost a 1 cup. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I'll give this to you in a second. There's also some tea stuck on the bottom of it that needs to be washed off. But I prefer to drink my tea out of ceramic when possible. I do not drink out of Stanley. I'll drink like water out of Stanleys and stuff when I'm out and about, but I do not drink tea, anything hot, out of metal. I just can't stand the taste, and I also think it changes the way that the tea tastes. So this little guy is cute and easy. It doesn't have a handle, so you can stick it in your cup holder. So that will also be on there too. Did you find it? Okay. Next up for tea. Okay, I've got 2 more things for tea, and then I'll be almost done. This is my favorite frother. This is what I use for London fogs. If I'm not drinking green tea in the winter time, I'm drinking London fogs. I don't really drink them in the summer, but I love this. Someone said, why would I drink tea from China? Aren't you concerned about that? No, China is the best environment to grow green tea, or to grow tea. China and India are the best places to grow because of their weather, because of their weather. And so no, I would not be concerned at all. Perhaps you'd want it to say organic, but they don't have the same regulations that we do. So anyway, no, Indian and Chinese tea are by far the most superior. Okay. The climate, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Not. I was thinking environment. I'm like, that's not the word. Yeah, climate. Okay. Okay. Rishi is a good brand if you want to make sure you're getting them ethically sourced. Rishi ethically sources its tea from China and India, so that's another option. I like that brand a lot. They have good quality, and they don't add a lot of brands will add like fragrances and oils, and it says like whatever, and it doesn't taste like it. It's just tastes like chemicals. So, okay, anyway, back off the train here. This is my frother. Dave got this for me for my birthday, I think a year ago. It brings me so much joy. It makes the best frothed milk, and it heats it at the same time. I liked this version because you could put it out on the table if you have a friend over, and it still looks pretty. Once you transfer hot frothed milk to a different dispenser, it can often lose its foam, and so this you can still serve in, and it looks cute. And before I was heating my milk up and then frothing it separately, and it was just a process. So now I just stick it in there, brew the hot water, and then we're ready to go. So I love this. Is Harney & Sons a good brand? I haven't looked into them. I do like some of their tea for sure. I'm sure they're probably good. I just prefer that jasmine one. That's like the one I can drink consistently. But as far as random one-offs, Harney would be great for that. Also, my friend was just saying she loves, what was it, Republic people?
There is Republic Teas.
Republic Teas, yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking of. She really likes their blackberry sage. She said it was really good. We were talking about that yesterday. Okay, so that's the frother. If you're making London fogs, you need that. I make a London fog with that and my French tea straight from the Ritz in Paris. This is the best. It's so special. Paula got it for me for, I don't know why. She was just sweet and sent it to me. She was in Paris and got this. It smells absolutely beautiful. and you can see all of the blue cornflowers in there. Oh, it's just beautiful. Anyway, so it's bergamot is what makes it. Yes, I can save this video. A London Fog is a Earl Grey with steamed milk and vanilla syrup. I leave out the vanilla syrup again because I'm trying to limit my taste bud for sugar as often as I can. But yes, and to me, milk is sweet, especially if you get it whole milk. So anyway, this is my favorite for a London Fog. But that is not on the list. Sorry, I don't think they have that on Amazon. Go look maybe, or maybe just a good Earl Grey.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
Okay, next up is this. I found this. This is like one of my favorite purchases I saw from someone online. This is a French press. I'm gonna make a horrible noise. Sorry. This is a French press in a pretty container. So I actually do brew some of my tea if I like, especially in the summertime. If I'm making a green tea for the day, I will brew that in a glass like French press. Or in this. This is really fun if you're having friends over and you want to have a large pot of your loose leaf tea. This is not what it's intended for. It's intended for coffee. So you could, if you drink coffee, this would also be a great option. I like that I don't have to polish. I mean, it needs a little shining, but I don't need to polish it. It doesn't tarnish. So I just put my green tea down there in the bottom. It has a good amount too. I don't know, at least 4 cups. And then I let it steep. And when it's done, I just press it and pour. So this is a beautiful thing. Okay, so I had been waiting to say this because I was going to share it in a reel, but since you guys are here, I will say it now. I'm working on some content talking about heirloom quality items and how they're important for your family and for our society and how we should be integrating them into our life. I don't know that I would necessarily say this is heirloom quality, but you could definitely pass this down to your kids. It's not going to break, and it's really beautiful. The point of my whole thing that I'm going to be sharing is that we were in a antique store, and I was looking at all the pretty things, and I said to my brother-in-law, in 30 years we're not going to have antique stores because it's all Amazon, and as I'm saying that, I'm sending out an Amazon link, but you know what I'm saying. It's all like the plastic stuff or cheap, inexpensive, trendy things, and we're not purchasing heirloom quality things as a society anymore. And I really want to encourage people to do that. I know I am so excited when my mom will give me something that I remember that's held up. It doesn't have to be absolutely beautiful, right? It can just be something special that I remember. But this would be an item like that where your kids can remember. You could even brew hot chocolate in this. Honestly, you could take the wire part out on the inside or whatever. But just having pieces that your kids can remember and then they can inherit, or even if who knows, you break it, but you can find something similar that's really quality. To me, I think is so important. And as a society, we value so much our family and coming off of what was before and history, right? And learning from the past. And part of that is just things that we hand down. So if we're handing down, no one's handing down a sweater they spent $20 on. Okay. I'm just going to say it straight. So one of my things that I'm inheriting from my grandmother is her sweater collection. She asked what I would like, and I said I wanted her sweater collection. She has the most beautiful collection of about 20 sweaters. They're all wool. She takes care of them every winter. She depills them and cleans them with her little things that she does. And I am so excited to be able to carry that tradition on, have those, and then also add to them. So anyway, I'm going to be creating some content around that, but this is one of those, not to make you buy it, but this is one of those things that I think would be a really sweet thing to hand down to your family. Okay, last couple things and then we're done. This is a glass pitcher, obviously. I cannot find, for some reason, I feel like I hid it somewhere. I have this glass pitcher and I also have a glass teapot. that is the glass teapot's like $20 or $30. This was not super expensive. Especially when like now that citrus is starting to become in season fully, I like to juice a lot of our juices for brunch on Sunday.